Brought to you by Geico.
Offense very quiet. What made Minor so tough?
I mean, obviously he's been a great pitcher for them all season. Just his presence on the inside part of the plate, fastball cutter combination, flashing the changeup too, and occasionally going to the outer half of the plate. It was just a good pitcher on top of his game tonight, and we just obviously weren't able to mount much against him. You haven't been shut out in a very, very long time. Almost taken aback by the fact that you weren't able to scratch any runs across. Yeah, anytime we don't score or have a good offensive showing, it's always a little bit, surprising just because our guys are so good. But it does, it happens. When a good pitcher's on top of his game, he can make it tough on you, and credit to him today for doing that. Did you feel like Tanaka was really grinding out there today? I know he made it through 6, but it seemed like he was... Yeah, no question. To limit him to 2 runs in 6 innings, was able to work around some hard contact, but kind of gutted through it. Made some pitches when he had to, and, really the first pitch fastball mistake homer, he's really close to just giving up 1 run there. So a gritty effort by him. He made some pitches when he needed to, and gave us a good outing through 6.
Larry and Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Sorry. Encarnacion, do you expect him back tomorrow?
We'll talk about that now. I know he played today, so I just see how that went, see how he came out of it. So we'll see if it's tomorrow or not.
And the shutout streak was, I think, the second longest in modern-day history. Was that just kind of an impressive thing to be able to do when you look back?
How long?
220 games.
Wow.
About a year, a little over a year.
Yeah, I think it's credit to those guys and just how consistent they've been, but as a group, how tough they are to get through on a daily basis, obviously. So, I guess, eventually, unfortunately, I would probably fall, but I think that speaks to just how good of a group they've been over that time.
This is the second game in a row. Your offense has been shut down by a tough lefty, Manai yesterday and Minor today.
Yeah.
Just what have you seen from your hitters in those?
I don't want to take away from the outings that those guys have had, because I thought they've been really tough. Not much. I don't think we've expanded that much. I think it's just one of those couple game stretches that even with a great offense, you're going to hit a little lull and, still manage to explode late and win the ball game. I thought with Manaya we had more hard contact where we didn't get some results, where we had some chances today. Minor was able to really limit us.
Kenny.
Aaron, Tanaka had that rough month or so, end of June through the end of July, and it's been another 6 starts since then. Numbers considerably better. Has he alleviated any concerns you had from what you were seeing in that rough?
Yeah, I don't even know how concerned I was, because I was confident he would, kind of right the ship there. And then especially as he started to find his split and started to be able to incorporate that with more confidence, I feel, for the most part, he's thrown the ball really well for us. So it's good to see him, no question, building some momentum. And even on a day like today where he's not necessarily at his best, still able to go out and pitch really effectively. So it's good to see him as we enter this final month continuing to pitch really well.
Anthony, just grab it. Yeah.
Thanks. When Frazier slams into the wall there with his history of concussions, is that something that you're concerned about at the time? Sure.
He got on his horse pretty good there, and to see him jar into it like that, running at the speed he was, sure, it gets your attention, but then seeing his reaction right away and his interaction with Tauchman out there, and then when he came in, he was fine. So, sure, anytime you see one of your guys running, whether history or not, you see a guy run full bore, and Clint can really run, it gets your attention.
Anyone else? Thank you, Aaron. Boone talking about Clint Frazier.